In this video, I bring you incredible urban warfare, close combat fighting footage from both the Israelis as well as Hamas. Let's go.
No one can do it better.
We're gonna go through this war footage right now. Look at this. Looks like they're targeting a tank here. Got him. This is war footage. This is urban warfare footage. They're really attacking these tanks. This is from the Israel war on the Palestinians. This looks like Hamas here. Yep, that's Hamas. They've got a bunch of anti-tank weaponry. Look at that. It's like a rocket launcher or something. There's the tank there in the foreground. They pack a punch. They got a lot of this weaponry. A lot of it comes in, they say, through Syria from Iran. And Iran's kind of the backbone of all of these resistance groups in terms of getting them artillery to do some type of fighting, because they don't have militaries. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't have, a navy. They don't have an air force. They don't have any of that stuff. They've got small arms. So that's all that could get smuggled in. So that's what they've got, and it works in urban warfare, close quarters warfare. They're going to attack this tank here. Got him. Those are rocket launchers. He's going to rock this tank. Look at this unsuspecting tank. Boom, 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 boom! This footage is crazy. That's one of those things they use when they tear up the streets in Gaza. They come through with those. So it looks like the resistance there, the fighters are trying to get this tank, get this thing out of commission. Look at that, they put their flag on it. Wow. This is just some underground stuff here. Looks like they're preparing their weapons. Just straight up urban warfare. Man, that's something. There they are in those tunnels. That's those tunnels. They've got a whole tunnel city there. They're very resourceful. I'll give them that. Look at those tunnels, man. I don't like small spaces. So this looks like the inside of a tank, because this footage comes from both Hamas and the resistance, and because there's other resistance fighters there, and also from Israel and the IDF. This looks like it's from Israel because it's inside of the tank. Remember, the Palestinians don't have tanks. If you forgot. And Israel gets $4 billion a year for military purposes, so they've got the highest tech weapons possible on earth, and these Palestinians have nothing. Wow. What is that? Did they hit a tank? Yup, a tank got hit. They unloaded on a tank. And now the tank is shooting back, just spraying the area. Look at that. He let that thing go. Urban warfare. This is urban warfare. And all of Gaza is destroyed, by the way. You guys have been keeping up. So it's all destroyed. It's all just built for urban warfare at this point. The streets are destroyed. Most of the buildings are destroyed or half destroyed or have come down. So there's a lot of places to hide, to peek out, to, you know, to prepare, to scout. Close quarter urban warfare combat. It's the most dangerous. I had to get this footage out to you guys. It just came out. What do we got here? Dang, see, they just blow up buildings like it's nothing. This is from Israel, the Israelis. They've got the high-tech weaponry. I mean, they should be the Hamas fighters. They should be no match for the Israeli army, backed by the United States. They should be no match. Look at that. They're just taking out buildings. And it's a part of their strategy. They'll just, if they see you shooting from somewhere, they'll just take out the entire building. They don't need to send troops in there and risk the troops' lives, because they'll just take out the entire building. They don't care about the infrastructure. They want to destroy the infrastructure. That way, Gaza is unlivable. There'll be nothing for the Palestinians to come back to. Look at that. Would you want to live there? What is that? It's just ruins. Okay, this is fighting on the seaplane here. On the edge of the sea. I mean, this is the footage that comes straight off of these guys' helmets. And Hamas and them, the resistance fighters, they make sure that they document what they're doing as well so that they can show it, because they want to have a propaganda, you know, wing, and they want to get their propaganda out too, for morale, for recruitment, for all of those things. So they do it too, both sides. You know, record what they do, record when they get shoots and kills and whatnot, and put it out there. So that's the tunnel network there. That's a map of the tunnel network. You see that they're shining the light on? That's the underground tunnel network under Gaza that Hamas uses to move around and to ambush these Israeli soldiers and this mighty military. They are resourceful. Better not be afraid of the dark, people. Let's see what we got here. They're scoping something. Something's being scoped out. Oh, that's the bombs out there in the background. Look at all of that stuff coming down. It's just a barrage of bombs and rockets. That looks like that's coming from Israel. Is that coming from Israel? Yeah, it's coming from Israel, because that's just too much firepower for Hamas and them to have. That's just, they don't have that kind of firepower. Now Hezbollah does. In Lebanon, I did a video on Hezbollah. These dudes' firepower is no joke. As well as the Houthis. Go take a look at both of those videos. The Hezbollah video, history and firepower, as well as the Houthis, the history and their weaponry. You'll see, you'll learn all about them. You'll see the weaponry that they have. And I'm telling you, the Houthis, whew, they've got weaponry. And they're in the war. These different factions have all pledged to fight for the Palestinian people and the Palestinian children. I'm glad somebody's standing up. I mean, we've already gotten over like, I believe it's like 5,000 children have been killed. I mean, children. Is anybody out there listening? 5,000 children have been killed in a month. They're saying that there's been more casualties in this month of war than has been in the entire Ukraine-Russia war. Because they're just killing people. It's a genocide mission and an ethnic cleansing, because the ethnic cleansing part is where they just destroy everything and now you got to leave. So their plan is, which has actually been made public now, that they want to move them to the Sinai Peninsula. They want to move the Palestinians to the Sinai Peninsula out of that land so that they can just come in and take it over. They're kind of blurring that out there. Some bad footage there. They want to blur that out. Something big is going to happen, you guys. I just can't see these other nations, these other Arab nations, just gonna sit by and allow this complete massacre to happen. I don't see it. The leader of Hezbollah, he did this huge apocalyptic speech. I've got it on my channel. Go watch that. The rhetoric in that and about what he says he's going to do to Israel and the U.S. is mind-boggling. It's like, oh, it's over an hour, but you need to know what's happening. You need to know what's coming. Take the time, because the stuff I'm bringing out, they're not showing it on mainstream media. They're not going to show it to you. They're going to show you other stuff and get you caught up in different things and, you know, different false flags, different type of things that keep your mind away from this, because this is truly horrific. It's war crime city. I mean, humanity has just completely lost their way for this to happen. And I've said it before, how are 7 million people, the Ish people in Israel, able to get away from this? Able to get away with this? I just don't get it. Well, I do get it, because there are secrets that are kept because they are confederate against thee. But I'm not going to go into that right now. I want you guys to just take a look at this footage. You see them there just dropping huge bombs on buildings. Watch. They'll just crush the buildings. Look at that. I mean, it's just complete destruction. Now you see it, now you don't. Oh, man. Look at that. You know there was some civilians in there, man. This is Gaza. People live there, and it's the most densely populated place on earth. Oh, goodness. I mean, they're just taking out blocks. By the way, Gaza is 365 square kilometers in size. That's about 141 square miles. But there's 2.2 million people that live there. And they say on average that about 6,000 people live in 15 square kilometers. So, I mean, it's the most densely populated place on earth, because they put them all in these fences. Oh, look at that destruction. You telling me there wasn't no civilian there in that building? And there's also, remember, there's like 2,000 people that are under the rubble that they say are missing, in air quotes. They're missing, so they don't add them to the death counts. All the numbers are false. Any time that the information is important, that they seem to be giving you important information, you should know by now that they're lying. They're not telling you the truth. Why would they tell you the truth if knowledge is power? You see what I'm saying? They would be giving away their own power by telling you the truth. I mean, so this is just mass destruction. This is just genocide on a high level. This is war crimes, in my opinion. All this is my opinion. I mean, look at that. They're just taking buildings out. People live there. These people left this area, those that left, they left with the clothes on their back and their children. So you imagine leaving your house, all of your belongings, all of your precious belongings, your family heirlooms, everything, and just leaving with the clothes on your back, and then they destroy your home. I mean, and the other thing is, these people are refugees like 2-3 times over. 80% of these people live in poverty. And what's really crafty, counsel, is that Blinken and all of these dudes, all they're talking about is getting aid in and a ceasefire so we can get aid in. You know what this aid is? It's just welfare. They don't want that. They're changing the narrative of the conversation from that one of a massacre to one of we need to get these people, you know, some aid. It doesn't matter if they're dead. I mean, I've seen people, seen children. I saw this one girl, she was in a coma. She was like 6 years old. And they were saying she's in a coma, but once she wakes up, she's going to find out that her whole family was killed. Her mother, her father, her brother. She's orphaned. And they're saying a lot of people are being orphaned from these killings. And the reason why the population in Gaza, that most of them are children, that 56% of them are under the age of 18, is because their parents have been killed. I mean, this is horrific. These crimes will be paid for. Trust me, I know it doesn't look like it. Nothing gets by the Father. Nothing gets by the Father. Angels are writing every single thing down, and he's going to take care of it, because remember, he is a God of war as well as of wrath. Just as much as he is love, he is also of wrath and of war. And when he sends his son back, Yahweh Shai, Christ, when Christ comes back to save us, being the Israelites, when he comes back, he's coming for war. That's what he's coming for. He's coming for war. Read Revelations. It's all in there. Everything's in there. All these prophecies are are happening right before our eyes. Also, you should go take a look at the footage that I have of the aurora lights, the apocalyptic red sky. I mean, if this isn't an apocalyptic sign from the Father, I don't know what is. That's a short video on my channel. It's like 6 minutes. You got to see it. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime, like, pictures and stuff on that and footage. It's crazy. Words don't even do it justice. Go see it. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my channel. Go to my channel right now. Watch these videos. President Erdogan goes off. Turkey's army will fight for Palestinian children. Syria and Hezbollah fight for the Palestinian people. Iran takes military action. Revolutionary Guard ready. Hundreds of Palestinian children held without charges in Israel. Hostages by another name. South China Sea quagmire deepens with the Philippines. Will the U.S. be forced to take action? Erdogan of Turkey tells truth about Hamas. Finally, somebody said it. Iran raises symbolic black flag. Holy war imminent. And Muslim surrenders life to Christ after terrifying encounters. All praises to the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. This is Crown Prince Media. I am the Crown Prince. Let's go.
No one can do it better.